Yay, there they are. Wow.
How's it going?
Wow, you're on camera together. I think it's great, guys.
You got your vacation shirt on.
Yeah, you do.
I've got my Vacay Mode Travel shirt on. I absolutely do, and I can't wait. We just got back from Orlando from the PGA Golf Show, and that was our recent travel. Before that, we were at Christmas with our kids in Central Texas. That was a great week
Oh,
for the Christmas week. And then before that, I covered the Ryder Cup Golf Championship tournament in New York at Bethpage on Long Island. So we've done our share of travel the last few weeks or months, but I got to tell you, it's all business, it's all work. Well, the kids and being home for Christmas, but otherwise it's all work. So I'm in the vacay mode, and we got to get everybody else in the vacay mode with us. So you guys look
Well,
great,
I
oh,
appreciate it. You as well.
and
No,
I'm
thank you.
very, very Jay. I'm very Jay because I saw the video of Sarah floating in the lazy river, and it must have been you filming her, Alden. But all I know is that I was like, I want to be in the lazy river too.
No, she works plenty hard. That's one of the few times you're going to see her not working is when you get her in water.
Okay, well, and we love the water. My wife Marina is crazy for the ocean and any water. So, all right, listen, it's been a great crosstalk. Getting back caught up a little bit together. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I'm going to let you guys dominate. You guys are going to launch. I'm just going to say I'm in the vacay mode. What's happening? I've got the website right here, and we've been working on a few little technical things, and I want to ask you if I go over to your website right here, um, can you still see me on camera?
yes.
Good, because I cannot see you. I'm I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at your website, and I'll go over there here in maybe back and forth a little bit, but for now, it's us and we're doing our thing here. So we're all very good, and I'm excited.
Only if you share your screen is when we wouldn't see you.
Yes, yes. Okay, very good. All right. Well, let me get over here to where I am. And well, let's see, where did you guys go? There you are. Okay, here we go. We're going to start recording, and then after the recording's done, I render it, and then from there I send it up to my platform to be added to the show. But I'll also send you the link to where you've got the recording.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Okay, here we go.
All right.
All right, greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I am excited because I can tell you, after everything going on and all the work I've been doing, and I know you're back to work, back to school, everything post holidays, so many things happening. My recent travel was in Orlando, Florida for the PGA Golf Show. Most of you know that by now. I've been talking about it and mentioning some of the great products, but I am in true, not business travel. I'm in vacay mode travel. And folks, while I'm doing this interview with Sarah and Alden Holowinski, who are our travel segment sponsors from Vacay Mode Travels, I got to tell you to get to the website, and you want to go to govacaymodetravels.com. And I'm there too. They have a wonderful website with so many interactions and easy to navigate, telling you everything about them. They are award-winning travel experts. And when I say that, they're going to save you money, they're going to save you time, and you're going to have a ton of fun with them. So let's all get into the Vacay Mode Travel mood right now with Sarah and Alden Holowinski. Welcome. How are you two wonderful people doing down there in Mexico, correct?
We are doing great, Ray. How about you?
All is well. Hope everyone's off to a great start to 2026.
Yes, I think everybody is. I've heard so many good things from so many people. And, let me kick this off by saying also, I heard a report, and I want to say it might have been Good Morning America, but I could be wrong. My memory, sometimes gets a little foggy after so many things. But within about a week or so ago, I heard a report that people are very carefully, spending their money. The economy is still where folks are looking at food, they're looking at gas, they're looking at, well, everything. Stock market's going crazy though out there, which is good for so many people. But one thing people are spending money on, and they're taking time to save the money, and they're taking time to go on vacations. Folks are in a travel mode, and I'm certainly in one too. Have you found that out recently over the last year or so that even though the economy might have been tight for folks, they still want to travel?
Big time, they do. It's been very resilient field for people. People are still making it a point to travel, even they might be altering maybe the duration of their stay, but they're still getting out. Our true blue travelers are still getting out multiple times a year. They're just adjusting the way they're traveling. But we specialize in Mexico primarily, but we do travel all over the world, and we're seeing Mexico growing as well in demand, has such great value. So those trips are still heavy. People definitely looking for that. They're looking for unique experiences, and they're willing to spend on those if they know that their coin is going somewhere that's going to offer them a great, memorable experience. They want to get their family out. Mexico is a good go-to place. But again, other hotspots in the world still very much in demand. France, Spain, Italy, all those go-to spots. Japan, that's where we're going to be next month. That is one that's continually to grow. Very hot country right now. So, but to answer your question, yeah, everyone really is making it a point to at least have one good trip a year if possible.
I have talked to a number of people recently, and of course, with the Winter Olympics kicking off within the last couple days, and America has already won a couple of golds, if not more. Figure skating team, we won the gold. And then, of course, our wonderful downhill ladies, alpine skiing, a gold, even though we were so sorry and sad for Lindsey Vaughn and her accident. But America's doing great. Winter Olympics, Italy, up in the mountains, the snow, the wonderful, beautiful Italy, the food, the culture, the history. So I think Italy, and of course, I was there a couple of years ago with my wife covering the Ryder Cup. We fell in love with Italy, the people, the food, the history, everything. And we were in and around the Rome area. So we can't wait to go back and go to some different places around Italy. And it's great to see this Cortina region of Italy where they're having the Olympics. I saw the other day where airplane travel to Europe is dirt cheap right now. Are you finding that out? It's very affordable.
I think it depends on the destination that you're
Well,
getting to, and if you're flexible on the times that you are
yes,
flying. If you have if you're
yes.
doing a red eye or have a little bit lengthy of a layover, then if you have some flexibility, then yeah, the price is good. But you try to get there as soon as possible. It can run steep, or if you wait, within 60 days, prices are always going to be going up from there on into your travels. So,
I
but
gave
if you
your
have flexibility,
I
it's
gave
good.
your name and website out, and I think your phone number too the other day to a lady that with her friends wants to go to Europe, and she's been promising herself to go and go and go. And I said, listen, don't do anything until you contact Sarah and Alda, because here's their phone number, here's the name of their company, here's the website. Go look, go look, go look. And she was on her phone like this in the grocery store. So who knows? Okay, so with that one in mind, Sarah, what do you guys do? For the folks
Yeah.
that don't know that they're new to you and they maybe just be joining the show, what is it that Vacay Mode Travels does?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a question we get asked a lot because with, technology constantly advancing and people always looking to book their own trips, a lot of people ask, are travel agents still a thing? What do you guys do? We really specialize in getting to know the clients that we're working with and giving them personalized recommendations. Anybody can go out and Google and actually book a trip, but are you having the experience you're looking for? Are you getting the environment you're looking for, the vibe you're looking for? That's really what we specialize in, is matching people to the experience that they're looking for by getting to know them. So we do comprehensive travel booking. We do airfare, hotels, transfers, the whole experience from start to finish. And we have an app that we put everything in for our clients where they can access everything easily on the go,
Oh,
have
wow.
access to all their tickets, get real demand, up-to-date flight updates, everything going right to their phone, making it very easy when they travel.
So you have an app that goes on my phone, and that way I can check in on everything going on. Is that an app that everybody needs to download, or only after they start working with you?
Yes, it is exclusive to our clients only.
Okay. All right. Well, now let's talk about becoming a client. So if somebody wants to become your client and they have a trip in mind, Or like this lady, they just want to go to Europe and they're not sure where to even begin, but they have some of their destinations and likes and dislikes and personal items. You really are a concierge travel company, because you meet with them, you talk with them, you get to know them, you have phone or Zoom conversations with them to where you really understand where they're coming from and who they are and what they want. And then there's a minor fee. There is a small fee, everybody. But if I told you what the fee was, you'd say, no way, Ray. No way. It can't be that. Well, it is. It's very, very small fee. You'd be shocked. And you'll probably get that fee back because they're going to save you money in not just time, but other things, because you two are insiders to the travel industry. You get all kinds of rates on cruises and whatever it is, all you get your rates on and where you go and what you do. One of the things you specialize in, of course, and if you are at the website, go vacaymodetravels.com, is wedding destinations. Now, not everybody's getting married, so we're going to talk about the weddings, but we also know that there's a million other kinds of travel going on, and it doesn't matter where on the earth you want to go. But let's talk about your wedding destinations for a moment. Sarah, let me start with you, and then Alden, come on in there with your wonderful wife. If someone's getting married and it's for the first time, young people fall in love, they get married. My grandson is planning a wedding right now with the bride and the family, and they're all together on all this. And I've mentioned you to them, and I've said, you may want, if you want to go out of the country for sure, you want Sarah and Alden to do this work for you. And they're just in the very beginning where she said yes, and they're just starting. They're trying to decide dates. But if you're a young person, you got to start somewhere. If you're just getting going in life with your other, the person you've fallen in love with, or maybe this is your second time around. Maybe it's the third, but whatever it is, and you want to have a wonderful wedding experience, whether it's maybe the two of you and a few friends, or maybe you want to put it on big and get married on a yacht in the middle of Tahiti, you two can make it happen. Sarah?
Yes, absolutely. We work with couples and wedding groups of all sizes. Again, just like our travel services, our wedding services are also fully concierge. We work with couples on all the wedding planning elements, all the travel elements, taking care of all of their guests, and making sure that they have everything they need to really enjoy an amazing celebration that is designed to fit what they're looking for in the experience they're looking for their family. But we also take a lot of pride in the fact that we go above and beyond where most other travel agencies don't get involved in the wedding planning at all. They connect them to the resort and say best of luck to you. And we just we do not like that. We feel like a wedding is way too important to roll the dice on waiting to get connected to a resort 30, 60, 90 days before to start planning. So we spend a year, 2 years with our couples doing all of the planning with them.
Wow.
Before they ever even get connected to the resort.
You two even go to the resort. You check the weather, you check the tides, you check the wind. It's unbelievable. You make sure that everything is perfection, and you handle everything. They don't really have to do anything other than tell you what they want, and you do it all. They could just relax, enjoy each other, enjoy their engagement time, and then with themselves and their friends, enjoy their travel time. And when they get to the resort, wherever that may be in the world, and I know you specialize in Mexican weddings, and I'm really talking from the heart here, folks, because my wonderful wife and I were married in Mexico. And I can tell you right now, it was a fabulous experience. I'm only sad about one thing. I did not know Alden and Sarah Holowinski at Vacay Mode Travels. I did not know you when we got married 12 years ago. And if I would have known you, I can't tell you, folks, how much grief, planning, worry, wringing of the hands, to sweating, the constant conversations where I had to get up to speed in my Spanish. I had to go places down there, and we were down there 6 weeks ahead of time, thankfully, at a massive place there on the Sea of Cortez, and it was a beautiful, beautiful place to get married. But I got to tell you, it was unbelievable. And then on the day of our wedding in the beautiful gazebo, it started raining.
Oh no! Hopefully you had a good plan B.
The plan B was we were near the ocean, so we got under the gazebo, and all of the stuff was brought over by down the street were the bomberos, the firefighters. The firehouse was right down the street, and the justice of the peace, the wonderful lawyer lady that conducted our wedding, and our friends were there as witnesses and everything. She got the firefighters to come and move everything for us. And they did it, and it was wonderful. I mean, I can't tell you what a great experience we had, but my goodness, from the clothes to just everything we did down there. I wish you two could have done it for me, folks. You've got to hire Sarah and Alden. Go vacaymodetravels.com. So Mexico is an unbelievable cool place to get married, and there's so many destinations. Alden, what's the number one or two destination for Mexican weddings?
Yeah, main city is going to be Riviera Maya, Cancun, international, that whole stretch, probably number one. Los Cabos, San Jose on the West Coast is going to be two. Then you start getting a lot of the same Vallarta, Tulum, something like that. But it is
Yes.
definitely something to keep an eye on because this is an industry that, is expected to double by the end of the decade. And well, why is that? I think it's in part because a lot of couples are seeing it's more cost effective. I mean, let's just face it, it can be more cost effective to get married in Mexico and it brings great value. But also, couples are looking to they're looking for not just a unique experience, but they want to share that with their family.
Uh-huh.
So they really get the best of both worlds of having a special day, but also a great vacation, whether it's a 3-day weekend or a week or longer to share with their friends and family.
Yeah,
Instead of just one day.
when we were in Rome a couple years ago and we were touring the city after the Ryder Cup was over, we saw a wedding happening. I mean, we were like literally walking up the Spanish Steps, and they were up there at that first big tier, and they were there. The videographers were there. All of the people were there. It was all a big wedding going on. I don't know. And then all of the tourists stopped to view and be a part of the wedding too. I mean, we were just there watching it for a few minutes because we were scared to walk on the other side around them. And they were getting married. If you want to get married on the Spanish Steps in Rome, you can make it happen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a different change of scenery, but the elements of required to get married are all very much the same. We know what to look for, what's required country by country. By the way, Spanish Steps, that's a beautiful little stretch. I would have loved to seen that.
And
It,
we do actually have a couple getting married in July in Umbria, Italy.
Umbria,
oh,
Italy.
wow, in Umbria. Uh-huh. Now, someone has just texted me here during the show, and they have a great question. And I remember what we had to go through as far as documents and paperwork for a Mexican wedding. And I'm sure every country is going to have about the same sort of thing. What about documents and paperwork? Alden first, and then Sarah.
Yeah, depending on the country, if you have been married previously, any documentation that has showed that you're divorced, there might be a minimum time requirement. Also, when you are on site, you need to be on site. Dependent 2-3 days, you can't fly in the day before the wedding. There might be a minimum stay on country. Residency. If you're looking to get married in destination, make sure you have your passports and
Witnesses.
witnesses all
Every
prepared.
country will have additional paperwork that is required. There can be specific forms that are required. Mexico is actually one of the harder ones in the fact that if you have been married before, you're going to have to, and you want to do a legal in-destination wedding, there's blood tests involved. There are, and if those come back in a way that you're not expecting, say somebody comes back pregnant, then you can't even proceed with the wedding. So there are a lot of things that you want to be aware of when looking to plan a destination wedding.
There's
I know we
paperwork
went through a lot of
regardless.
paper.
Oh, I was going to say there's paperwork regardless, but one way to bypass that is to opt for a symbolic wedding where you get married in your hometown at the courthouse and then have a symbolic ceremony in destination.
Oh, okay, because we had the legal wedding in Mexico. Unbelievable. And
Yeah.
I remember all the documents that I was told that I had to come up with. And I mean, it was a bunch. And I'm not detouring any of you to do this. What I am saying is if you want to get married in Mexico and it is your second marriage, you must get with Sarah and Alden Holowinski here at Vacay Mode Travels because they're going to step you through every single thing you have to do. All the papers, documents, the rules, regulations. Hey, you don't need to know about it. They do. Let them do it. Right, Sarah?
Yes, absolutely. That's the biggest compliment we get from our couples when they come back and they tell us they've had the most amazing week ever. We hear it all the time, and there's something so special about being part of that celebration with a couple. We still talk to all of our previously married couples. We're always checking in with them. Again, we really do like to build a relationship there.
We only
Yeah.
work with a handful of couples each year, so we do get to know them throughout the process. We get to know their family. A lot of times, we get to know their family and try to help them with their travels moving forward. Work on second and third anniversary trips down the line. So it is very rewarding. Like Sarah said, you only get one crack at it. We try to make it right.
I have 6 to 8 men in Texas that want to come to Scottsdale and the Phoenix area for a golf destination fun time. They're golf junkies, and they want to bring their wives, and they need everything. Now they have their clubs and they know how to play the game. They don't need that, but they do need about everything else. What can you do for a group like this? 4, 6, 8 people. They want to go off somewhere and play golf, or they want to go on a pickleball vacation and play in a pickleball tournament. On and on it goes. Maybe they're watching the Winter Olympics and say, oh my goodness, I've got the downhill ski bug. I want to go alpine skiing or cross country skiing. What can you do to help the folks that want to have a sports holiday?
Yeah, absolutely. Same thing. We can arrange all of their transfer accommodations, have it so they go to the airport. Once they get to the airport, they don't have to worry about anything else. We'll have a car waiting for them when they arrive. It'll take them to their hotel. We'll have the hotel arranged. Any special accommodations that need to be, any room categories, or maybe they're celebrating something special, we'll want to incorporate all that in there. Any activities, excursions that they're looking to do, we'll have that set up along with transportation, the flights. Everything.
It starts with the logistics. What airline are they flying out of?
Yes.
Like I said, during that initial consult call, we get to know them, where they're coming from, where they're looking to go, how long they're looking to stay, what they're looking to do. Obviously, they want to shoot a few rounds. We'll try to prepare that for them and just get an idea of how else they're looking to spend their time. Get excursions set up. Are they looking to rent a car? If they aren't, how are they going to be getting from point A to point B? Local food recommendations. That's when you start digging into the fun stuff. Obviously, we spent some time in Arizona. Love the space. Could recommend a lot of good food spots, nightly activities, things to do. Try to make it as seamless for them so when they're, have their time together, things are already in place.
All right. Tell me something new for 2026, Sarah. What's up?
New for 2026. Let's see. Oh my gosh.
Go VacayModeTravels.com. That's the website you want to be at, folks. Go VacayModeTravels.com. We're in the Vacay Mode with Sarah and Alden Holowinski from Go VacayModeTravels.com. And new for 2026, well, it's your destination. It's where you want to go. It's what you want to do. And then Alden and Sarah are going to take you through every single step. Alden?
Yes, absolutely. If you're considering a destination, if there's a bucket list that is, you're looking at for or have been for a long time, really consider it. The number one regret we get from all our travelers is they wish they would have traveled earlier while they had their mobility, or why did they wait so long? Make that happen. Even if it's not with us, make that happen. I think travel is very rewarding. There's a lot to be said about that, and people just have new experiences that they can take home and think about in the future. As far as the question before is what's new, one thing we are seeing is gifting travel. A lot of people like to instead of gifting an item, they like gifting travel to whether it's their kids or grandkids, whatever it might be. They like gifting and making it a surprise for them rather than getting them things. They're giving them memories.
Wow,
and we do
that
a
is
program
beautiful.
where we can help you make that happen.
Isn't that wonderful? Give them memories, not things, because we all have everything. When we were with our kids in Central Texas for the Christmas holidays several weeks ago, we talked about it on the phone before we flew out. And their gift to us for Christmas, our Christmas gift, was the round trip airfare to fly to them. They use their points, and they have zillions of points because they run a big business off of their American Airlines credit cards and whatever they do. I don't know all the ins and outs, but I do know that they said, we want to give you a travel gift. And
Wow.
Alden, I'm so glad that you said that. And that is something new, Sarah and Alden, because they gave us this travel gift, and we were able to go home and see our kids and grandkids, and we didn't worry so much about gifts and things. Yes, we gave everybody gifts, but this year was a smaller gifting season, and it was a bigger memory season. And boy, the memories we made this time. It was fabulous. I'm so glad you brought that up. All right, I'm going to give you the final word, both of you. First, Sarah, final word for GoVacayModeTravels.com. What do the folks need to do, and what advice or what do you want to encourage them for?
Yeah, I would love to see people in 2026 prioritize themselves, their happiness, and making new memories with their loved ones, whatever that means for you, whether it's a staycation in Arizona, whether it's a short weekend in Mexico, or you want to go big on a bucket list in an overwater bungalow in Bora Bora. Whatever it is, make those memories because you don't get that time back.
You don't, and I'm going to interject, Alden, before your
Yep.
turn, in that my little mom, and we all come from Northern Ireland, and the other side is from Scotland, but we're very Irish family. And my little mom, 5 feet tall, Irish, always dreamed of going to Ireland. And the thing is, they had more than enough money. I mean, they were well off. And I kept saying, Mom, when are you going to go? When are you going to go? And I started 30 years ago begging her to go to Ireland. Well, we have the art gallery, and it's tough to leave it in the summer when things are slow, and it's tough to leave it in the winter when all the winter visitors are here. So we'll go, we'll go, we'll go. You know what? My mother died at 86 and a half years old. She never got to Ireland. You got to go now, people. Go now. Contact Sarah and Alden. Let them do this for you. Alden, keep going.
I empathize, or I feel with you a little bit on that, because both my parents retired, or never saw a day of retirement and never fulfilled their travel dreams. So again, I'll just tack on what Sarah said. Go big. If there's something you're really looking to do, and I can appreciate the domestic travel, and even Mexico, there's a lot of great value there. But you want to go big and you want to see the Eiffel Tower, you want to get to Australia, New Zealand, take a Mediterranean cruise.
Yes.
River cruising is really big. There's a lot of great experiences all in one trip that you can do, multi-countries. Go for it. Again, even if it's not with us, do it. You'll be so glad you did. We've had a lot of our clients come back and say that was the best week of my life. It was just a great memory. So that's what I would say. Hope everyone has safe travels in 26.
Well, and Mexico is safe. We've been there so many different times in so many different places around the country. We've had nothing but great experiences. We've had safe experiences. And if you're concerned about safety anywhere you're going in any country, I don't care if you're going in downtown Chicago or Phoenix, or you're going to Mexico, or wherever you're going in the world, there's always travel issues for safety. And Sarah and Alden, I know you're going to help everybody go through those safety issues and those safety things that people should be thinking about and doing, and you're going to help guide them through all of that as well. All right, go VacayModeTravels.com. That's the website. I'm in the Vacay Mode. Folks, if you could see my unbelievable polo shirt, it's fabulous. I love it. It's all flowered and ready to go anywhere and everywhere. All right, we'll be back in touch with Sarah and Alden Holowinski from Go Vacay Mode Travels very soon. Thanks for joining us today, and more to come, folks, right here on the show.